This is The Rock Unplugged, which you can check out on UTTV, channel 194 on the Comcast digital package, Thursday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. And that was the band Here's to You. From the local music scene, the song Kill the Lights. The band in studio with us now. Got a big show tomorrow night at the New Amsterdam. Down on the Strip, couple guys from the band in the house. Guys, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
We're doing well. I guess before we get going and get you guys to play a couple of songs, talk about your show tomorrow night, and talk about some of the recordings you're doing and what all is going on with the band. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves and the two guys behind the scenes who refuse to be on TV, but their day will come. So let us know who all's in the band, who we're talking with. Go for it.
Oh, me first?
Yeah, you first.
Hey, I'm Brad.
And I'm Nathan, but y'all can call me Deuce.
All right. How about the other two? Might as well. Can't leave them out.
We got Brent and John David behind the scenes, bassist and drummer.
All right, cool. And we want to give a special shout-out and thanks to Rita Gillespie as well, Vol Queen Promotions. She's doing a good job working with you guys, working with a lot of bands, and helping support the local music scene, helping hook us up with bands, with music, with gigs, and more importantly, helping to bring live music back to the Strip, which
Absolutely.
is something that this town has needed for quite some time, and definitely something that that we've been wanting to get involved with or get more involved with when that time comes. That time has come. Thanks to the good folks at New Amsterdam down on the Strip and to Rita Gillespie. And you guys got a big show there tomorrow night. Here's to You, along with Eastland Drove, Patience, and Falling for Yesterday. Doors open at 8 o'clock, 18 and over a gig. Can't tell you the price on the air, but you can go to WTKRadio.com. I think we got it there. They've got it, I'm sure, as well on the MySpace for all the bands and on the New Amsterdam website and MySpace. First, I guess, guys, before we get started into finding out about the show tomorrow night and about New Amsterdam, some gigs you guys have been going.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about Here's to You. How did you guys come together? Are you from here in Knoxville? And where are you guys all from? And exactly how long you been together?
Well, we're a relatively new band. We just got together early September of 06.
Uh-huh.
And John David and our former bandmate called me, and I used to go to high school with John David, and we were really good friends.
What high school?
Loudon High School.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Lenore City, though.
Mighty Redskins. Oh, rivals. Huh? All right.
Rivals
Yeah.
banded together.
Yeah. That's what music does.
That's
know?
right.
But yeah, John David called me, and it was us three for a while, and then we picked up a bass player or two and siphoned through them, and ended up with Brent, and thankfully.
Yeah.
And Brent's a part of the South of the River crew, the infamous South of the River crew.
Yeah.
I mean, a crew so large that they probably yelled out right now, and we can almost hear it through our headphones.
So you guys coming from over toward the West End then, I guess,
Yeah.
and bringing
Yes,
it
sir.
here into Knoxville. Been together since September 2006. Brought us a 3-song demo that we're definitely digging here at 90.3 The Rock, adding into rotation as well. Is that all the recording you guys have done so far? But we'll come back and ask a little bit more about that too, because I'm sure you got your eye on the prize of putting a whole CD together, maybe. So go ahead, tell us a little bit about it.
We have a whole CD, but it's in
in
reconstruction.
Yeah.
status.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pardon the dust, remodel we must. I understand
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Well, before we come back and talk a little bit more about the gig, talk a little bit more about the band Here's to You, and maybe talk a little bit about these other bands that you guys are gigging with that you may or may not know about. Can we get a song out of you? Tell us what it is. And by the way, this is 90.3 The Rock Live and UTTV, The Rock Unplugged, Thursday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights at 9, channel 194 Comcast Digital, channel 65 on campus. UTTV, turn it on, leave it on, and the band Here's to You live. What you going to do, fellas?
All right, this is a brand new song. It's called, what is it called?
All to
All to
myself.
That's new.
It's so
It is
new we
so
don't
new
even
we can't even
remember.
remember it.
Cool.
So we're good to go. All right. Does it really even matter that I'm here for you? Am I just a second place? Same name but a different face to your heart? Well, I'll never say never, no, never again. But I'll never say forever, no, never again. Yes, it's too much to keep you all to myself. I'm trying hard just to reach you, but I'm in hell. Whoa, whoa. Oh. And it feels like the first time, just like the last time. I'm running in circles and losing you fast. I'll never say never, no, never again. But I'll never say forever, no, never again. Is it too much to keep you all to myself? I'm trying hard just to reach you, but I'm in hell. How can I live with all this sorrow? Don't think I'll make it till tomorrow, when all I can see is your face. Is it too much to keep you all to myself? I'm trying hard just to reach you, but I'm in hell. I can't go living this life without you. Don't you know how much I've cried for nothing but to hold you? But I can't deny how far you push me away.
Here's to you live in studio, 90.3 The Rock. What was the name of that one again, guys?
All to myself.
New stuff, brand new, so new, they forgot the title. So.
Unrecorded.
Good stuff. Still yet to be recorded. And as you said, and again, this band, one of the 4 bands playing live at New Amsterdam tomorrow night, along with Here's to You, Falling for Yesterday, Eastland Drove, and Patience. Let's talk a little bit about recordings. Say you've got stuff in the can, as they say, but you're doing some reworks. Mm-hmm. Inside of that rework action, is it recording some new stuff like that, or you pretty much got the songs you want and just doing some reworks on that before you get that out?
We're gonna drop a couple songs actually, and maybe, I don't know if we're gonna add any new ones, but we're gonna redo a lot of the lead guitar. Deuce actually he's the newest member of Here's to You, and he does things a little bit different than the way we had him before, and
right.
We really enjoy his stuff, and we want to get it on tape.
Well, and you want to be representative of the band, especially
Absolutely.
when folks come out to see you live. They're like, wait a minute, that's not that dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. So mainly the biggest thing that we'll be re-recording will be, the guitar parts. Obviously, we're going to try to change the guitar tone up a little bit to reflect maybe a little bit of a heavier sound, which is what we sound like a little bit more like when we're live, and maybe also add a few more vocal harmonies, as in I bring a new element to the band that they didn't have before, was the backup harmonies and things like that.
Yep,
So.
which is evident on that last song, and when you guys
absolutely.
were doing a little bit of our sound check, if you will, a little bit earlier too. So you're saying bring a little bit harder sound, a little bit edgier sound maybe. That leads me to the perennial question of what did you guys, growing up listen to as bands, or what bands today or yesterday even or influence the sound that is the band Here's to You now? Who are some of your favorites? And by the way, are you guys producing this new stuff? Are you going to help producing it? Or
No, we're doing it all ourselves.
Cool, good deal. Well, who's name some influences on you guys as a band, not only, recently, but growing up listening to music.
I grew up on roots. I grew up on what they call classic rock, Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner and all that stuff. That's when I first started playing guitar. That's what I learned first and foremost, because that's what got the biggest response out of my friends at school.
Sure.
As far as the new bands and stuff like that, like I know we're big fans of the bands you guys have been playing on the radio station here recently, like Senses Fail and Shadows Fall, are a couple of newer bands that I really dig. I don't know. There's quite a few, man. I listen from everything from heavy metal to bluegrass. So
yeah. There you go, Brad. What about you?
I picked up a guitar because of Metallica.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of branched off to everything from then. I like pretty much anything.
Right. Who does the songwriting in the band? Is it a concerted effort between all four? Does somebody bring an idea and you all sit around, throw it around, and see where the thing lands, or how does that process work?
We usually all come in together with ideas and
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier, especially when you're sitting there, you got writer's block, you got this great hook, and you can't come up with anything else. And then someone else in the band says, "Hey, I got this great idea. Why don't we take it in this direction?" And that's usually how they come out.
Yeah, so it's a good team effort then. That's for sure. Tell me a little bit. Of course, tomorrow night play New Amsterdam, and let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. As I said, we're very happy here at 90.3 The Rock, and I know myself especially, because I went to school back in the dark ages at UT, and I remember when there were 4 or 5 live music clubs on the Strip every night. There were bands down there, and it really generated a lot of interest here on campus with students who could easily walk down there instead of having to drive or find a ride somewhere else in town to see a band. And that's not been the case for many, many years on the Strip, and I think this campus has suffered because of that, because of the lack of real interest from students in the local music scene. And you got to scratch your head and wonder, because you look around and every college campus around has some sort of live music scene on a Strip. And now, thanks to the folks at New Amsterdam, they're bringing it back. You guys excited about that? Excited to be down there tomorrow night?
Oh, we're stoked.
Very excited.
Where else have you all played in town, around town? I mean, being together since September, you've probably not had a whole lot of chances to gig yet. But what about some gigs around town and maybe out of town as well?
Actually, we started touring, or our own little tour, not long after we got together. We started playing shows. We probably played close to 50 shows already.
Wow, cool.
And, almost everywhere in Knoxville. Georgia, where else?
Been up Tri-Cities
Georgia since
yet?
I've been in the band.
Georgia,
That's it.
and we're starting to branch out to Nashville and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, a couple of those bands, Patience and Falling for Yesterday, they're actually both from Nashville themselves. So
Yeah, I was going
friends of ours.
to ask about that. Tell us a little bit about it, because Falling for Yesterday, Eastland Drove, and Patience all on the bill tomorrow night at New Amsterdam. Tell us a little bit about all 3 of those bands. Eastland Drove, I think, from here in the Knoxville area. So tell us a little bit about those other bands and what folks can expect tomorrow night in New Amsterdam, besides from you guys. The band here's to you.
Well, I met Eastland Drove at the Princess Deli off of Lovell Road. I was actually playing in a previous band. Ironically, that's also where I met the other band, Falling for Yesterday. And Brent, actually the bassist, was a member of our old band Lift Kind that we used to play. And we played a show in Jonesboro, Georgia, at a place called The Vault. It's a Jägermeister venue, and that band happened to be on the bill that night too. And and they just absolutely blew us away. And they came back and partied with us, and I mean, they were just cool guys. So we kept in touch via MySpace or telephone, whatever, and so we decided to put them on the bill for tomorrow.
It must have been a good show if it was at a Jägermeister venue and you remembered it, because there's not a whole lot about the night before when you do a Jägermeister anything that you remember.
They're a great band. They're actually working with Rob Graves, the guy who just did the new Red album.
Oh, yeah,
And,
Big name.
Cool.
Yeah, so
They're going places and just shot a music video and everything too. They're on MySpace also.
Right. And Eastland Drove, a band here in town, getting out playing a lot as well and building a following of their own as well, and which is a very, very cool thing. And you got to work to do that, man. And it seems like a lot of bands are